Obviously, big game coming up, but how huge is it to kind of, 2 tough losses to end the year, but playing teams of that caliber, how much does that help kind of get ready for the playoffs?
I mean, we play 2 playoff caliber teams, right? So, I mean, when you're going to the playoffs, that's what you need to be ready for. And I talked to the team. I felt like we slow started in both those games, because if you look at what we did in the second half, we came out firing, started clicking, started scoring points, especially in that Bird game. I mean, we were probably a timeout and a couple of minutes away from being able to potentially, score again and maybe tie it up. So, I mean, we left some things on the table, and I think that's part of what I think my group understands is that we got to come out firing on all cylinders this week. This is going to be a good quality Louisa team. We can't wait. And we've been talking all year about finishing, and so now we got to sort of talk about, hey, not only do we need to finish, but we got to start early.
How big are some of those? I mean, you bring up just starting early. You think that's a big key right there, just if you can start fast?
Yeah, I think we've got to start fast. We've got to get our offense rolling and help our defense out. I think that was one of the places that I think we struggled in the last 2 weeks is just offensively. While we've been scoring a lot of points this year, we waited a little bit this time around before we started putting them on the board. And so you can't do that against a quality ball club. If you're playing catch-up, you put yourself in a position to be beat.
How is the kind of morale right now, obviously, taking those 2 losses, being very competitive in both, though? I mean, how do you kind of work through that and kind of get amped for this week?
Sure. We talked a lot this week about putting things in the rearview mirror and looking through the windshield because it's got a better perspective. One of my guys at my starting center, actually, I love him to death. He goes, "Coach, windshield's bigger anyways, you see more." And so I was like, yeah, you're right. We need to look forward. We need to see what the opportunities are at this point because there's a lot of opportunities in front of us. And so let's get after it. Let's see what happens.